Sunday morning's meditation, everyone, here in the room and online. Hello. We will be starting opening prayers together. We'll do the 7-line prayer together 3 times. Morgenyu nu chamsam pemage sadombola yasan shogi no june pema jungne shesudra Koryu kandrom mampokor keki jesu dang druki jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Bema Siddhihum Organ Yugi Nucham Sam Pemange Sardompula Yasan Shogi Nondrumne Pemajungne Shesudrag Koryu Kandrom Mampokor Keki Jesu Dag Druki Jinjilop Shir Sheksu Sol Guru Bema Siddhihum Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Pemange Sardombola Yasan Shogi Nodrumne Pemajune Jesudrag Koryu Kandrom Mampokor Keki Jesu Dag Druvki Jinjilop Shir Sheksu Sol Guru Bema Siddhihum. Welcome. All right, so let's take a minute to remember our motivation for being here today, whatever it took us to get here in this room. Again, we're kind of leaving it at the door and just focusing on this practice today. Our motivation is so important. It's really important that before we begin any activity, whether it be meditation or listening to a Dharma teaching, reading a Dharma book, that we establish our pure motivation for doing so, and we generate the compassion for doing that practice. This is especially true, again, when we are doing something like this, sitting down here today, because our motivation determines the direction of our actions. So we must begin by establishing a pure motivation. So let's do that together now. So just taking a moment to quiet our minds and generate compassion together, and the motivation and wish that whatever we learn today, or whatever virtue or merit we create by doing this meditation practice together, that it benefits an immeasurable amount of sentient beings and helps to relieve their suffering. So let's do that right now. Okay, so the meditation we'll be doing today is called Shamatha meditation, as taught by Jetsama Akon Lama in her book, Stabilizing the Mind. So, what is meditation? It's become very popular these days, very trendy. Everyone's talking about it. Its health benefits and everything. But what is it? What is the state of meditation? Meditation is when the mind is relaxed and stable and open. Meditating is a way to calm the mind, to relax the mind, and yet also let it be, alert and wakeful. So meditation really helps create spaciousness in the mind. And that's so important for these modern times we're living in, to really have moments where we give our mind a true rest. There are so many things in life that are vying for our attention, and so many distractions and so many things to get caught up in. So meditation really helps give us that pause, helps us better deal with our emotions, better deal with anything in life that's coming at us. So we can approach that with a calm, relaxed, and open mind. And therefore, it affects every aspect of our life, every interaction we have, everything we do out in the world. And it affects our own inner mind as well. So, meditation is the first step to develop bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all beings from suffering. So we're going to take a comfortable seat. I'm sitting on the floor here, but feel free to, if you're watching online or you're here in the room, sitting in a chair is perfectly fine as well. It's just really a matter of keeping our spine straight, however we choose to sit. So our spine is straight, and then we are putting our hands in our lap or on our hands on our thighs here. Um, we can also put a right hand over left, right into the lap like that, keeping our elbows out, but not forced out, and our shoulders back. So the idea is we're not slouching over ourselves, but you know, we're sitting up straight, but in a relaxed way, not in a forced way. And our gaze is resting downward to the floor. So we can almost imagine a line from the bridge of our nose going down to the floor and then picking a point on that line to rest our gaze. And then also our mouth is a little bit open. So the tongue is resting in the back of the front teeth like that. So it's a little bit open. And we're going to really just breathe naturally. There's no need to breathe in a hurried way or in a timed way. I mean, that's another thing. There's, breathing exercises where you're counting your breath, but we're just going to breathe naturally. And we're just going to put a very small attention on the breath. So just, letting that gossamer thin attention on the breath and almost like taking your pulse. You're not trying to put any pressure on it. You're just observing it. Your attention is like a feather gently riding the surface of your breath. And as you're meditating, you might find that thoughts come up, and that's okay, but we just don't want to go down the road with them. So our attention is not lost by having a thought, but it's when we follow it, we judge it, we look at it, we start creating more thoughts around it. So, if you find your mind extra busy today, you can use visualization to help, pick up the thought, toss the thought out, or cut the thought, throw it away. So sometimes that can help as well if it's really, persistent, if your thoughts are very persistent. And you might find that your mind feels very calm today, or it maybe feels very busy. So our minds can change from day to day, and it's really about returning to our practice, our meditation practice every day to be consistent and just make it a part of our lives, weave it into our lives. So we are going to begin with a 5-minute meditation. I'll just get my little timer here. Here we go. All right. If you need to get something like a sip of water or stretch a little bit, you can do that. We'll do 2 more sessions. And I also wanted to mention, if you're feeling any tension in the body while you're doing this, to really also even let that go, that thought of, maybe my back feels tight, or, my throat feels dry, or whatever it is, to also let that go, so it's not distracting you or, circling around in your mind. So, and also noticing when you have tightness in the body, that can you relax that even more and relax your body as you're getting deeper in your meditation. So we're going to do, just increase our time. We'll do 10 minutes. And when you are doing this on your own time, feel free to, based on how long you've been doing meditation, or if you're a beginner in meditation, or You can start by even doing 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, and slowly, it becomes, we become more accustomed to it. And it becomes more of a habit, and it's easier to create more spaciousness in the mind. So, we start with where we're at. If 10, doing this meditation today, 5 or 10 minutes seems too long, or if it seems too short, again, on your own time throughout the week, you can play with different times that feel right to you. And also, taking moments throughout our day. It doesn't always have to be a formal sit down practice, but taking moments throughout our day where we can just, be sit and do 1 minute. Or, I've mentioned this a lot, if you're, our doorbell's ringing. If you, are going somewhere and you, before you get out of your car and you to your destination, just having a minute and resting, watching your breath as you sit in your car before you get up. And you can also use different tools for resting your gaze or your attention. So today we're having our attention on the breath, but you can also use a candle, like the flame of a candle, or a flower, or a statue, or again, the center of your steering wheel before you get out of your car. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can have meditation be part of your day. So we'll do 10 minutes now. All right, here we go. All right. Let's check the time here. Okay. So we'll do one more session, and it looks like we cut out a few times online. Sorry about that, anyone watching, but it came back. Okay, so we will do 7 minutes, and then we'll do some closing prayers together, which I will put up on the screen. So let's do, again, let's just remember to keep our spine straight. And, you might have noticed throughout your practice that maybe like your spine starts curving a little bit, or maybe you maintained a really straight spine the whole time. So kind of noticing what our body's doing throughout this session. Also, too, if you find a good tip for if you're finding yourself, your mind to be very active, it actually helps to lower your gaze a little bit more. But if you're finding that you are sleepy, or it's hard for you to, be wakeful, actually lifting the eyes, lifting your gaze a little bit helps, because then you're letting more light into your eyes. So those can help if you're experiencing either of those today. So we'll do, again, 7 minutes, and then we'll do some closing prayers together. So let's start that now. Okay. Hello, all. I think we got disconnected there for a minute. So we did the closing prayers here in the room, but I'm going to just do them again. I'll put them up on the screen for you so we can all do it together. Let me put those up now. So we finished our last session, meditation session. Here are the closing prayers. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice and all that I'll ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of Hi, everyone. We keep getting disconnected. We're going to end the stream now. We just did the dedication prayers a few times together, but I don't think it came through to everyone online. So just want to read the dedication prayers. I'm going to be ending the stream, and I'm sure you were reading along with us. So thanks so much for coming. we will figure out the technical difficulties for next time. We'll be here next week, Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful